Raydish Garnet. Okay. Okay, we're ready. You know what? It makes sense. And for many amazing Ogrim player, he has that Lannis carryover.
Yeah, so let's just see how it's going to play out. Going to be the first one to actually grab a weapon in hand. Going to be looking to get something started. Both of them just playing neutral. Okay, getting one little whiff punish, but then fades back a little bit too much. Falls off the stage, doesn't have any stage to play with.
Doesn't have a lot of stage to play with. He's on that Lance though. He's on the stage now though. Gonna get knocked out by the Sair. Now back to some patient neutral here. In general, Raydish has been doing a pretty good job at breaking the bubble that Mini forms. But every single time Mini gets a couple of hits, Raydish just comes back from that.
It feels like Mini is playing like really minimalistically at this point. Just like, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna play back, I'm gonna play second beat, maybe you'll whiff something.
That was not minimalistic. That was an insane option. Who does a GCN like there? Mini apparently does.
That was ridiculous. You don't see that often with Lance at all. That just like does not happen. But gonna be throwing the Lance down just to be able to create an early opening. No weapon, has to make it back. I love that first high recovery because the biggest thing you always looking out for like the down air, the ground pound against Orb.
100%. There's the N-Sig coming out from Garnet, from Raydish. That's going to find the KO, and Raydish is opting to stay on that orb now that, really all throughout this entire first stock, that has been Raydish's favorite weapon here.
Yeah, but if Orion has... Orion does not struggle to take KOs. You can take it from across the stage for sure. And now, going to be looking for this next opening kill. Going to be trying to get some sort of a jump call out. I feel like the dynamic has been established in which Raydish is the one that's mostly occupying the airspace, and Mini is just a little bit more content playing on the ground.
Yeah, for sure. Good couple of hits coming out from Mini, but Raydish is able to return the favor really, really quickly. In general, we are not really seeing too much of popping off. These are players that, in terms of offense and defense, are very balanced all throughout and go quite evenly up against each other.
Okay, gonna be getting that delayed neutral at the last possible second to be able to cover any of Raydish's available landing options besides having gone off stage. This is such a good position to be in. You got no jumps left, but Mini only covers to the right. Raydish went through the high recovery, got backstage control, and is able to clean up that stock as well. Beautiful stuff. A little bit of weapon juggling. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be the orb.
So I think by now both of the first two stocks have been taken off from Raydish with the gauntlets. So far definitely favoring to get the KOs on the gauntlets, which he has been really, really good at doing.
Ooh.
But the orb seems to be very, very good for,
no dodge
for
off
that
stage,
damage
this has to be the ground pound, this has to be it. But then Raydish actually able to get back on with that recovery, that last single clutch of a hitbox, and all of a sudden, gauntlets in hand yet again. It felt like that should have been Mini stock. Doesn't now though.
Going to be N-sigging out Raydish now, probably sticking to the lands. Yes, he will. Weapon throw hits, tries to commit for it, not able to find anything though. In general, very even right now. Mini is on that land, so he is going to be able to make a lot of damage quickly, but Raydish has been looking solid. There it is, first couple of hits to try and even it out, and it looks like Mini has a little bit of momentum here.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna be coming in so aggressively, calling out that jump. Goes through the GC N-sig, the thing that Orion with Lance is so known for, so potent. And this could go any way.
This can definitely go either way. Raydish had that initial lead, but Mini definitely has momentum right now and it is able to find a lot of hits. Not going to be able to pick up that weapon though.
And Mini didn't rush. Mini didn't rush to go pick up the weapon. Just respected, hey, I committed to this, but am I going to lose my stock here? Not quite. How do you make it back onto stage, especially against Orb?
He's going to manage to get back to stage. Raydish now on the orb to try and find the KO for once. Actually swapping over to the second orb, and it's going to be the Sair dash jump over to the right side that is going to find that KO. Beautifully done by Raydish. In general though, really even first game. I feel like this is a set that can develop really beautifully.
This is game one of a pools match. This is phase one pools. It does not feel like this match should be happening in phase one pools, period. That was way too close. This is Raydish we're talking about here, and Mini. They're both playing really beautifully. Honestly, I can definitely see this set going to game 3. One of the best ways to describe Mini's playstyle has just been patience so far. Just sort of waiting for Raydish to be the one to swing first in a lot of situations, and it has paid off. I just feel like with how much Mini has been retreating, maybe he doesn't have as much stage to play around with to like dash back punish as he would like.
for sure. I mean, the games can be as close as you like. If you don't manage to get that final KO and you get that win, you're not really going to go anywhere. So you're gonna, M4Mini is gonna need to do that right now to be able to stay in the set here and get this to a game 3. If he can do so, we're gonna have to find out. First 22 seconds of the game, we have a pretty even situation again. M4Mini pushing out to the left side.
M4Mini is going through some saucy stuff. Those slide off N6, oh my goodness. Okay, now just needs to find a nice clean way to be able to land. Raydish not going to be actually finding the catch there, but still finds one sailor, and M4Mini is off stage yet again.
And for many, nice dodge to be able to get out of that side light. That would have been very, very bad. But the N-Sig all the way up, Raydish committing, gonna be able to find that KO. Beautiful KO. Now let's see if Raydish is gonna be able to build up a lead here.
The positioning, the spacing, honestly, everything was impeccable at that point. Now M4Mini could be picking up Spear here. Interesting. I feel like last game we saw almost exclusively Lance. Now going to be picking up the Spear. I'm curious to see how this is going to carry over.
Yeah, really, really good point. I actually didn't think about that, but we did see so much of the Lance from M4Mini. This spear could be a make it or break it situation for M4Mini here.
I feel like it hasn't done all that much work, is what I would say, until we just saw the immediate downlight into recovery. Lance in hand yet again. It seems like this is M4Mini's comfort weapon at this point.
Yeah, 100%. We're going to have to wait and see if he's going to be able to find a KO. Beautiful weapon throw. Raydish was not expecting that one. And a recovery again. Going to have to try and find this KO. Raydish has done a phenomenal job at sustaining this stock. He just wants to find this KO. He wants to keep it going for as long as possible.
So
he's going off stage. He's committing. He has the stocks to afford to play like this, Dara. But he's not going to be able to find it.
I love the fact that he didn't dodge, because the whole point of that orb was first and foremost to bait out a dodge so that then you can actually punish a totally defenseless Orion off stage. And M4Mini was like, you know what, I'm going to take these hits. It's okay if I take these hits, because at the end of the day, I cannot lose my dodge, especially off stage.
And that is a very key moment for M4Mini right here. With that extra stock, he's going to have an opportunity to be able to even out the damage further.
Ooh.
Is it going to be a lot of damage? It's going to be taking Raydish from white to yellow. It is definitely something, but Raydish has a massive lead right now. And with how they're looking today, it's looking like it's going to be a very tough task for M4Mini to take him down.
Okay, neutrally through the alt coverage, nice and generous hitbox, covering all around you, all sorts of options. Playing back a little tiny bit, just saying, hey, press a button, hey, I want you to jump here. Oh my god, almost gonna get that reverse downlight as well. M4Mini
trying to dance over Raydish here, doing a great job at avoiding all options, dealing a little bit of damage, and it really doesn't matter if you take a long time dealing the damage as long as you're in the net positive, and M4Mini is in the net positive. He might be able to even this out if he gets this KO right now.
Forcing the low recovery with the side weapon toss, and just opts, you know what, I'm gonna get back to the Lance. I cannot contest orb unarmed recoveries. Just playing back, and tries to whip punish, and then maybe goes for the greed option a little bit too committally.
I feel like every single Lance main out there is just waiting for that satisfying Sair hit to come out from M4Mini. But it's going to be the recovery instead. It's going to be picking up the other weapon. But Raydish with a massive string, that is going to take quite a beating on to M4Mini here.
And M4Mini is not rushing to get this KO. I think that was a really good down tick too. Raydish just so happens to be a little bit too far away for it to actually connect. Looking for this down air, maybe that could combo into recovery at this point. Raydish has successfully dodged past everything. Catching that jump, gets that down tick, nice and active to be able to cover the dodge.
The way that M4Mini just kept rushing down Raydish, being like, yeah, I know you're not going to jump over me because you're scared of my D-light, so I'm just going to stand inside of you and go for that D6.
He rushed him down, but he didn't make his tempo predictable either. He still mixed up the times and how active of a hitbox is he actually committing to. But this is not a good place to be in, Paulie.
Yeah, it was a really good play, but is he going to be good enough to beat Raydish here? I think not. That is going to be Raydish winning the set 2-0. Over M4Mini. This is winner's bracket, so M4Mini is still going to be in the eliminations bracket, whereas Raydish is advancing further, of course.
Honestly, M4Mini played good. I think both of these players played excellently. I think Raydish's execution might have been like a little bit tighter. I do really like how M4Mini approached a lot of aspects of neutral. We saw like a lot of patience, a lot of mix-ups on approaches. I just feel like ultimately Raydish, when he needed to most, he called out more meaningful jumps. Those jump callouts were able to just successfully set up more advantageous positions, more edge guards. But overall, I feel like the set could have still gone game 3. I feel like this was still in the realm of possibility for M4Mini. This was a good watch.
For sure. I'm just waiting for us to be able to see that D-Sig coming out from M4Mini. I really like that KO option, although I think this might be the earlier game. Anyway, as we mentioned, M4Mini looking absolutely great today so far. It's going to be very fun to see how they will perform in the eliminations bracket. You might say that Raydish looked a little bit shaky, but at the end of the day, he won the set, and that's all that matters.
Execution was tight, jump callouts really tight, you follow-ups really tight as well. Like we saw a couple of times, especially like when Oib was in hand.